What had happened was the plane had taken off from which is now Reagan International Airport, and it was in the middle of a winter storm. And it crashed in the Potomac River, right outside of DC area. Well, I was listening one day to the flight recorder online, and they was playing the conversation between the air tower and the pilot. And so the pilot had been cleared for takeoff, and he was flying, and he said, listen, we're taking off now, and he says, we're on the runway, and they said, you're cleared for takeoff. And so the plane took off, and the pilot says, listen, I'm having some problems here. I'm having some problems. He said, we got the speed, but we're not airborne. And the tower radioed back, and they said to him, well, abort mission, abort mission. The pilot says, I can't abort mission at this point. I'm already committed. I'm already committed. Well, when I begin to look up the definition of committed in air language, there is a particular point of speed that a plane has when they reach a certain amount of speed and the wind over the wings causes lift in the plane. I don't know if any of you have flown lately, but there's a particular point where you're in a plane and all of a sudden you feel it go up. It takes like something gets up under it. Well, literally what happens is there is a particular point of speed where the law of gravity ceases, and then the laws of aerodynamics take over. And once you cross over into the laws of aerodynamics, there's no turning back. Because if he would have aborted mission, he surely would have crashed. So he had to commit to it, even if it meant their demise. It's called commitment. Last commitment story. There was an explorer named Hernando Cortez. You may have heard this story before. In Spain, they had heard about, the conquistadors and all of that. They had heard that the Aztecs over in South America had amassed all of this gold in their Aztec pyramids. So everybody tried to go to South America and see. Everybody that was traveling from Spain wasn't looking for India. That's another history lesson. Y'all know about that, right? When Columbus discovered America, that's why he called the Native Americans Indians, because he had thought I found another route to India. Well, he was really lost. Okay, anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So they decided that they were going to take 800 soldiers. They were going to take 300 sailors and 500 fighting men. And Hernandez asked them before they left Spain, he says, how many of you all want this gold? Yeah. He said, how many are ready to fight for this gold? Yeah. You may have to kill a few people, but we're going to get this gold, right? Yeah. All right, let's set sail. So they set sail. They got to the coast of South America where the Aztecs were, and the Aztec had defeated so many armies before protecting that gold. And so he got there and he says, how many of y'all still want this gold? We want this gold. He said, how many want it more than you want life? We want more than life. He said, what are you going to do with your gold? He said, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have several wives and all this. Everybody had all their stories, what they're going to do with their gold. And he says, all right. He said, are you really committed to getting this gold? And they said, yeah, we want to get this gold. He says, all right, let's get off the ships. And they all got off the ships. And he turned around and he told several of the soldiers, now go and burn the ships. Go burn our ships. If we gonna go back, we're going back in Aztec ships. There's no turning back.